Hi, it's Neil again from Farm Matters. I'd like to discuss the record keeping requirements for sheep. Now, I get an awful lot of calls that are most confusing, that people basically don't quite understand what they should, what they shouldn't keep for the sheep legislation and cross compliance. Well, I'd just like to make this as clear as I possibly can. Firstly, it's nothing like cattle. Now, there's a big myth that you have to keep a list of all your sheep on the farm all the time. Not true. Because all you have to do is identify the sheep when something happens to them. So you could have 1,000 ewes on the farm, all double tagged. There is no need to have that 1,000 tags in your system because nothing's happened to them. Until if you find a dead animal and it's double tagged, or if you sell double tagged animals, or if you purchase double tagged animals, then you have to identify what was in the animal. So if you just take the principle and if you keep this in mind, the record keeping is based on what is in the animal, as in visually, needs to be in the records. So lambs can be running around on the farm not tagged at all till they're 9 months old. So obviously you've got the animals, but they don't have an individual identity. So therefore they're not in your records at that point. You can put the quantity in, but there's no need to put any identity because it doesn't have any. When you tag them, you could be tagging them with the slaughter tag. So what do you see on the slaughter tag? Well, you just see the flock mark. So that's the only thing that then needs to go into the records. When you double tag them, yes, you have to then put in your record, which is really important, when you double tag these animals. That's really important. That's a real compliance issue. When something happens to the double tagged animals, then like a sale or a death, you then have to identify what was in the animal, and that's obviously the double tagged individual mark. But for slaughter tagged animals, you don't have to put in, obviously there's no individual identities. You just have to put your flock mark and the quantity. Now you can reference, using our free text facility, a MART printout. But bear in mind, the caveat is that it's still your responsibility that that MART printout is correct, present and correct. Now, using the software culminates in the holding register, which is the Bible for all inspections. If you do get a sheep inspection, that is really, really important that you can present your holding register in the correct way. Now that's easy using Farm Matters. So I just want to clarify that point. Don't keep it like cattle. Don't visualize keeping your records exactly the same as cattle. If the sheep are on the farm and nothing's happened to them, there's no need to have a list anywhere until something has happened. So that's just a little tip. As always, I'm here to help. If you want to discuss this issue, please get in touch anytime. Thanks very much indeed.
If you found this video helpful, please drop a like and click the subscribe button below.